just how does it feel to get the win here? I mean, you know.
Obviously, it feels pretty good. It's one of the things we talk about in the locker room. You want everyone to enjoy this. It's a great feeling. We got a lot of kids who weren't sniffed by ACC schools, and that's no knock on those schools. We got some smaller kids, but there's a lot of fight in these kids, and there's a lot of skill and a lot of talent in these kids. And more than anything, I'm just happy for these kids that they could get a win against an ACC team, because right now we kind of have to shelf that. We got to put that on the back shelf because it's not going to help us win our first game against Lenore Ryan. But this is one of those memories that we'll have together as a group, as a family, that 10 years from now, that's really going to be special. But it's tough. You want to enjoy it tonight, and then really about midnight, you kind of got to put it back and focus on what's coming next.
Absolutely. Jessica, just, what are your thoughts on what just happened here?
It's really all over the place. I think the play from the freshmen, like Zamaya, Miriam, well, not Miriam being a freshman, but Miriam, they came up big in the end. And even Z throughout the whole game, I think just watching her, I was amazed, really, to even see a freshman do that to an ACC team. But I was so excited from everybody. I feel like everybody did their part. Sarah Cruz, Tabitha Daly, they did very well for us rebounding, just doing everything we needed as a team together.
Yeah. I think it's the best thing, too. You look at it down the stretch, and you see Tabitha Daly hits a jump shot. Yeah. Michaela Cange, a freshman, hits a big three, and she doesn't even take many threes in practice. So, although she was the team knockout champ at our camp this summer, but that's probably the last time she took a three. And then Miriam Ricarte, who we thought was one of the best freshmen in the league last year, comes in at the end and hits that big shot as time's going off. Just fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Miriam struggled a little bit with fouls and everything earlier in the game. I think that was in the same half, but she kind of did the same type of thing in the postseason last year. How quickly is she able to move on from struggling when she comes out?
Well, that's a good thing with Miriam. It's funny, last year when we were in the NCAA tournament, we'd struggled with last second plays towards the end of the season, and we had a little time after the Peach Belt tournament, and we spent a week putting in a new special situation set, and it was designed to get Miriam the ball. And I kept telling her, I said, listen, if we have the game on the line, I said, I'm going to go to you. I said, you're the kid. I said, she's got the mentality, she's got the skill. And we go to her, and she gets fouled. She hits the 3 free throws that lead to the win against Anderson at the time. So she's a kid we have a lot of confidence in. She's a kid you don't worry about, hanging out, there being a hangover. She's missed a few shots. So it was fitting to see her come out and hit that shot right there. We talk all the time. It's not, we don't care about how many shots you take. The only shot we care about
is the next shot.
It's the only one we care about.
Yeah. And then Zamaya Passmore was huge. Just what did you see from her?
I'll tell you what, she made me look smart with my family, because I've been going home and telling my family for the last week, if there's a better freshman in the league, then Lord help us when we play that kid, because she has just been special. And she's got a lot of growth ahead of her, but it's exciting to see a freshman like that. And I think we've got a few. We feel like we got a lot of kids, a lot of freshmen on the team that are going to compete to have very good freshman seasons. But the best thing I thought you saw was Zamaya Passmore. It's so good to see a kid come in here and she's not rattled. She wasn't worried about the atmosphere, the environment. She wasn't worried about the size of the kids out there. She's going in and attacking people, and that's what we just keep going at them. And boy, she played a phenomenal game.
Yeah, and then being back here at Clemson, this is your school. Just what does it mean to you to get a win?
Well, first, I want to say I'm very thankful to Amanda Butler for playing us, because last year, they beat us pretty badly, and I didn't feel like we really deserved to play them again. We were watching the film, and we were talking about how bad we were in that game. But first, I just want to say, and I thought Amanda should have been Coach of the Year last year. I thought she did an unbelievable job. As we're watching film, and I'm watching them in the Va Tech game, the ACC tournament, they come back and win in overtime. I'm watching them give Louisville everything they can handle before Danielle Edwards fouls out. And then I watch them win an NCAA tournament game. And then I watch them go and play Mississippi State with the 6-7 post out there and give them what they can handle. So, we knew we were playing a very well-coached team with a lot of great kids out there. And like I said, we're appreciative for Amanda giving us the game. I tell people all the time, I've got two schools I care about. That's Clemson and Lander. And so I've got my Bearcat on, but I've also got my little ring with a little Clemson Tiger paw on it too. So those are our two schools, and we've got a lot of friends up here. And I'm just thankful for Amanda giving us the chance. And it's really not about how I feel. I'm just happy for these players having this chance, and thankful to Clemson for allowing us to come play here, because for years we couldn't get this game. And so, like I said, we wish Clemson nothing but the best. Amanda is as good of a coach as you're going to find out there, and we're just thankful that they allowed us to come play this game.
Yeah, just the size difference was really big. I mean, between the two teams, just what did you notice out there from, them kind of towering over you guys, and how did you get over that as the game went on?
We just kept playing. We just attacked them. Even though they were bigger than us, we feel like we're fast. Like, we're a very fast team, and we just wanted to show that today. That even though they're bigger, like, just drive around them, kick it, find open people, work together. And I feel like that's what we did.
Absolutely.
Coach, obviously, like you said, this game doesn't affect the season opener. It doesn't go on your record officially. What does this win, though, say about this program, what you guys have built, and about the level of competition you see day in and day out in the Peach Belt in Division II, and what you've built and what this program has become?
Yeah, we talk a lot in our program about culture and building a culture. And what people don't understand is we had a 3-hour practice yesterday, and we went hard. I mean, we did a lot of sprints, a lot of blanks. I came home, I told my wife, we just had a terrible practice. But it's just, we say all the time, we have a lot of belief in the process. We have a system we believe is good, and we believe if we're going to, our thing always, let's go out there, let's find out how good we can be. That's what we've been talking about. We've been challenging, hey, let's find out how good we can be, because we don't know. And this game doesn't answer that question either, because we're still 0-0 on the season. So what this game does is it gives them a memory, but it also gets teams like Lenore Ryan and Carson Newman, hey, we're not sneaking up on anybody, I can promise you that much. So we're going to get maybe an even better shot than what you could imagine. So, it's a great win. You enjoy it, but you understand we're 0-0. This does not mean we're going to go beat Lenore Ryan. We struggled with a close game against them last year. We keep saying all the time, we'll focus on the first game, and we're not going to look ahead because we can't win games
That are not on our schedule.
So we're going to focus with that and just try and be who we are, take pride in developing our culture and what we do in a program. But you're right, it's a credit to the D2 schedules we played. We know the Peach Belt's ridiculously hard. We were not the best team in the Peach Belt last year. So, hopefully this is something that other Division IIs can look at and say, hey, good for them.
Appreciate it, guys.